Hello everyone, welcome back to the Maverick channel. And on this channel we talk about trends in the cryptocurrency space. We talk about what's happening in the crypto space and how people are leveraging this technology in their day-to-day lives. And today we're going to talk about a very important topic, or rather important topics, which are going to basically rotate around liquid farming, lending, borrowing, and how people are earning money by just holding their cryptocurrencies and different types of cryptocurrencies like stablecoins. So guys, if you're interested in knowing how to save yourself from this whole scare of inflation, then make sure you stick around for this whole video, and welcome to the Maverick channel. So the first thing I want to show you when we land here, this is what we refer to as a centralized exchange, and the others like Coinbase. This is Binance. I'm using Binance because it's one of the exchanges I use a lot, and I think it cuts across a wider demographic. In other words, people in the world can leverage these services they provide without finding many limitations. Now, I'll give you an example. They offer fiat onboarding processes. Today's video is not about centralized exchanges. It's actually going to be about decentralized exchanges, but I want to show you this in order for you to draw your own parallels when you're looking at this. So for example, a centralized exchange has many ways of onboarding. So how do you bring your fiat money, your traditional, your 9-to-5 job money, or if you have a business, you earn your money, how do you bring it into the crypto space? Now, when you look at a platform like Binance, you cannot only use your credit card, you cannot only use your cash balance on the exchange, you can use a peer-to-peer trading platform, so you can trade directly with other people in the world, but you can also use services like mobile money. So if you can transact your money on your mobile phone, you can actually bring it here. So my point is, it has brought many services that people can leverage in their day-to-day lives to take advantage of the technologies that cryptocurrencies provide. And you can see other things here like the exchange, where you can trade different tokens amongst themselves. These guys also have an NFT marketplace, but you can also have institutional and VIP services, cloud services, Launchpad if you want to launch your project, gift cards, academy where you can learn a bunch of stuff. I want to show you some articles, learning, broker services, charity. They also have their own decentralized exchange that you can download and participate in these different services, and they've been building it in the background, though not a lot of people are using it, but it's something they're building. They also have other wallets that like the Trust Wallet, which helps you to connect to services that are compatible to the MetaMask wallet, but you can use your mobile phone. So these guys are buying companies and cutting across. But the point is, this is a centralized exchange, so there has to be a team managing all transactions. Of course, there is programs managing how it operates, but this is what we refer to as a centralized exchange. You have to know your customer, and you can't just log in with your MetaMask or Web3 wallet. You have to actually log in with an email address. You have to go through these processes of registering yourself. And with a decentralized exchange, so the main difference is you can just log in with your MetaMask wallet. So for example, an exchange like the Osmosis DEX or Uniswap or PancakeSwap on the Binance Smart Chain, or Uniswap on Ethereum, you can just log in with your Web3 wallet. So that's the main difference between a centralized and a decentralized exchange. So you can read a bunch of articles about what we're going to talk about today that I'm not going to read, like staking. Staking is, you have proof of stake blockchains, proof of work blockchains. These are consensus algorithms. And with proof of stake blockchains, you can get their tokens, give them to people known as validators. And these validators run in computers and programs that are helping keep the network secure. And through that, you're getting rewarded, and they're also getting rewarded. So that's a rough, brief sort of explanation of what proof of stake is, which is we're going to talk about practically in this video today. Yield farming is another way people are making money in this space. By you give your tokens out there, then you're rewarded in the token of that exchange. Another way people are making money is liquidity pools. So basically, you deposit once. These are one-sided pools, so you deposit only one token and you get rewarded for depositing that tokens. And liquid farming actually goes into depositing 2 pairs of tokens, but we're going to see how this stuff applies. Then also decentralized exchanges, just like centralized exchanges, some of them are getting extremely sophisticated. They branch out into things like perpetual futures contracts. Of course, if you're a trader out there, this is extremely exciting because you can trade on the future prices. You cannot only just trade on the spot prices, so the immediate prices of these products or cryptocurrencies, but you can also trade on the future prices of these cryptocurrencies. So this goes into perpetual future contracts, and then you can, so this article, for example, this one was published by the Academy of Binance. This one was, the Liquidity Pools was published by the Academy of Binance. This one was published by Blockworks. So these are trusted institutions, or rather publishing institutions, and Coinbase published the one about staking. So I'm going to list all these things in the description if you want to check them out and get a better understanding of this financial knowledge. Not only does it apply to crypto, but also the wider financial sector, and it's integrating very well. Sometimes you can search for a term and then you see Wikipedia, like in cryptocurrency, in traditional sector, so those parallels are starting to be seen, which is pretty amazing. So guys, what you're seeing on the screen, this is one of the biggest blockchains out there. This is not what I'm going to use to explain today, but everything that I'm looking at is sort of to help you put things into perspective, especially if you're new. This is known as wallet.cosmosstation.io, and this wallet helps to tap into all the blockchains that are registered on the Cosmos ecosystem that are implementing the technologies, the latest software development kits developed by the Cosmos ecosystem. Now you can see an example of the Cosmos token, or the Cosmos or the Atom token, Akash or Akash, Iris Network, Fetch.AI, SIFT Crypto.org. You should be able to see other things like Luna, I guess, if they're registered on the Decentralized Exchange, but you can see others, Comdex, Loom Network, Osmosis Dex, Stargaze, and so on. So if you have, or if you hold any of these tokens, you can use this, but this only supports the hardware wallets. So the Ledger hardware wallets, if you have your tokens that are on the Cosmos ecosystem on your Ledger wallet, you can actually deposit them here and participate in delegating, lending, and borrowing. Now guys, I'm going to show you another easy way. You can straight away just go to the Osmosis DEX, which is the main decentralized exchange of the Osmosis ecosystem. I'm going to show you a total of 3 decentralized exchanges here, at least the main ones. So here, it's going to even make your life much easier in understanding the things I'm explaining today. For example, you can trade, you can directly split your tokens. This is the main core purpose of every exchange in the world, centralized or decentralized. Other things are just extras. They just pretty much extras, but the fundamental purpose of an exchange is to help you swap one token to another. That's it. So here I can swap, for example, the Atom token for the Osmosis DEX token, which are the pretty much the biggest. Osmosis is the biggest in decentralized exchanges on the Cosmos ecosystem, and Atom is the first in fronting many of these technologies that we see today. You can also swap between any other Ion and Osmosis. You can also swap UST, for example. This is one of the most popular decentralized, actually the most popular decentralized stablecoin, and you can swap any other coin with it, or you can use this to check prices as well if you want to do that. So you can also check out Liquidity Pools, where you can deposit two-sided liquidities. So for example, here they give you a selection of different liquidity pools, pool 1, pool 2, pool 3, and so on. This one, for example, is you deposit your Atom tokens and your Osmosis DEX tokens. So you can click on this, deposit them. There's other things like super fluid staking. I'm not going to go into all those details. You can swap tokens, you can add liquidity. So it requires you to add a 50-50 split of those tokens. For example, if you were to add 10 Atom tokens at the current price of Atom, you need to add Osmosis tokens that are a similar. If you're to add $100 worth of Atom, you need to add $100 worth of Osmosis tokens. So that gives you a quick introduction to how to add liquidity pairs. So when you add those liquidity pairs, it shows you a percentage that you own in that pool, and also a percentage of what you get. So when you stake your tokens and you get a day unbounding period, you get an APY, or annual percentage yield, of 26%. If you decide to lock up your tokens for 7 days, then it increases. If you decide to lock them up for 14 days, then it increases. But this is just different features that are implemented by this technology specifically. Then you can look at the assets. Of course, Osmosis or the Cosmos ecosystem goes into interoperability. They're fronting that space really well. You can deposit these assets and you can participate in all of this. You can go into staking. Now, those that are new to this space, there is the Kepler Wallet, which is the main Web3 wallet of the Cosmos ecosystem. You can click on staking in the Kepler Wallet. For example, I'll show you here. This is the Kepler Wallet. When you click on staking, it will bring you to the same page that we're looking at today, which we've accessed by clicking staking on the Osmosis DEX. So it will bring you to this same page. Now, this page shows you a bunch of things. You can see, for example, the Osmo token. This wallet that I'm logged in with does not hold any tokens, but it's already signed in. You can look at the dashboard, which essentially shows you how much balance you have, your total claimable rewards if you're staking. So it gives you a nice interface of what is going on. It shows your asset allocation. So in case you've staked any tokens, it will show you your allocation of these staked tokens. Active proposals, so this goes into governance. You want to vote on proposals. Sometimes you're actually rewarded for voting on these proposals. You can see, for example, if you've staked on Cosmos Hub, this is just for demonstration. If you're holding them on Cosmos Hub, it will show you that you're holding them on the Cosmos Hub, which is the platform that I showed you first, this one here. Or if you're staking on Osmosis DEX or in the Cover platform, which is another decentralized platform for staking and borrowing and all those kinds of stuff, the secret network, it will kind of show you an overlay of what your activities within this space. Guys, this appeals to the concept of mainstream adoption when you see these nice interfaces. Then you can go into NFTs. The NFT space is still developing on the Cosmos ecosystem, but if they're there, if you hold any NFTs this particular address does not, then you'll see them displayed here. And what you can notice is that these tokens has changed to stars, which is Stargaze, which is I think Stargaze or Stargate, which is one of the platforms that's fronting the NFT space in the Cosmos ecosystem. So everything is optimized so as it's very easy to use. Now when you go lower, you see other chains. You can see Cosmos Hub, which is the Atom, then the Osmosis DEX, the Secret Network, Akash, and all the other ecosystems that have implemented the technologies on the Cosmos ecosystem. When you click on one of them, for example, the Iris Network, if you hold any Iris tokens, you can stake them. So when you click on stake, it should give you a list of all the validators that are taking these tokens. Or you can also participate in governance models. In case they have any proposals out there, you can vote on these proposals. It shows you, can you vote or has the voting ended? In this case, they don't have any active voting. So there's a lot of things you can do in this space. And here, what you see here is the Binance Validator, for example, or the Hashquark, or these are different validators. And this shows you their voting power or the amount of tokens that have been staked to them. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio of the voting power. And this percentage here, or the commission, does not show the commission that you get, but it shows the commission that these people get. The validator gets, for example, this one gets 10%, and then the other 90% is spread out throughout all the people that are dedicating their tokens to them. So guys, going into the main core of this video, I want to demonstrate using Uniswap here, where you can swap your tokens, taking us back to the core fundamentals of a DEX. You can add pool tokens. So just like I've showed you on the other decentralized exchange on the Cosmos ecosystem, this is Uniswap on the Ethereum ecosystem, but you pretty much do the same stuff. You can swap your tokens. You can add your liquidity pool tokens you can connect your wallet here. My wallet is not currently supporting the Ethereum network, so you can add different networks on your wallet. I can, for example, change it to Ethereum. I can log into the Uniswap pool. My wallet pops up. It's going to ask me to sign a transaction because it's supposed to sign or switch. No, it's asked me to switch network because I'm trying to use another DEX the other side. But actually, if I show you a quick demonstration here, you can switch your network to the ideal network that you're looking for, and then you can add different liquidity positions, or you can use their version 3, or you can use their analytics page. So basically, adding pool tokens to this is the same thing that I've showed you with the Cosmos DEX. When you have knowledge in one DEX, you can use that in other technologies and ecosystems. So you can view some metrics here, like the total value locked, or how much money is in Uniswap in this version of Uniswap. And if it's on, you can also switch your Uniswap to the Polygon network to basically participate in other networks like Polygon Optimism. That goes into scaling. You should watch the last 2 videos I did, description actually there. If you didn't watch them, they're very, very good follow-up on all the things that I'm talking about. So you can see also other information like USDC WETH. So the most popular pools out there, this one has $20 million, $10 million. So you can get all these different statistics, and you can log into the Polygon side on the Uniswap DEX. When you go into the PancakeSwap, which is on the Binance Smart Chain, guys, if you know the knowledge from the other exchanges, you can do the same thing. The first thing is the fundamental, which is you can swap one token to another. You can see you can swap the BNB token to the Cake token, and it serves that purpose. You can click on other things like the limit order. So we looked at those documents earlier. When you click on the limit order, it brings to you this page and it gives you a warning. I'll actually refresh this. This warning is, I understand that small orders are executed at a higher execution price due to gas fees, and I understand that using taxed tokens on limit orders is highly discouraged and not recommended. Taxed tokens can be stuck in limit orders and lost forever because of impossibility to execute an order for such tokens. If you want more information about what this means, guys, you have to do your own research and look into this. So you can do limit orders, you can swap your tokens. Basically, limit orders, you can set a limit order and say that maybe I want to swap my tokens at a future time or at a future price. So I want to be able to swap my tokens when it's at a higher price. At least that's what but it's supposed to be at a higher or lower price, but I think here they're providing a lower price option. So you can also add your liquidity, guys. You know how to do this. When you click on add liquidity, it gives you an option of if you want to, you have to add a mirror of two currencies. You can also add stable coins if you don't want to face the different basically the problems you encounter when you add tokens that fluctuate in price, and that's called impermanent loss. So you can add only stable coins. So because they're mirror of the $1 price point, then you will just be getting your rewards, but the percentage reward also goes down, guys. But you can also add other liquidity pools. For example, if you add $50 worth of BNB, you can also add $50 worth of the cake token, and basically that's liquidity. And you can also go into the perpetual swaps because they provide those kinds of things. Now, guys, when you go the perpetual swaps, basically it's mirroring like a centralized exchange, and you can trade your tokens. You can go long or short the market. When you go long, it means you're predicting that the price of the token is going to go up. If you go short, it means you're predicting that the price is going to go low. But if you go short and the market goes long, then you lose all your money. If you go long and the market goes short, you also lose all your money. So you have to be really careful when you're doing trading, and when you're swapping two tokens that are fluctuating in price, you have to watch out for something called impermanent loss, because it always has to maintain that 50-50 ratio. If one goes up in price, it has to sell some of it to balance up the other one. If one goes down in price, it has to sell this one to balance that. So you have to do your research in impermanent loss, but that's essentially what it means. When you go further, I'm using PancakeSwap because it has a lot of products, and the last two things I want to talk about, if you go to the earn, you can see firms and pools. Now farms, basically the only difference that in farms you can add two tokens, just like I've told you, and it gives you this APR, so you get a 43%. And the reason why you're seeing this high APR, which is annual percentage return, like 293 year 410%, is because of that impermanent loss. So if the token drops in price, you lose a lot of money. So to incentivize people to add liquidity to these pools, because for them to survive they need to have money, you get these high APRs, or annual percentage return. If you're hearing me making that verbal mistake, it's because the other one is APY, which is annual percentage yield. So basically with the annual percentage yield, that goes into what we call compounded interest. So your profit you get is fed back into your pool, and then that makes you more money. While with annual percentage return, you basically just return on that the same amount of money that you put in there, but you can also manually compound it on your own. So that's the advantage. So whatever profit, you can take it out, put it back, and that kind of thing. So that's I wanted to just give a difference between APR and APR there, APY and APR. So then there's the pools. So those are the farms and these are the pools. Now the last thing about the pools is that they're single-sided, so you can just add one token and get a return for that. You get a percentage return, and you can notice that basically it's lower. For example, here you can stake your cake tokens, which are the native tokens of the PancakeSwap DEX, and this auto compounds your tokens, and that's what you see here, which is a flexible annual percentage yield if you stake your tokens here. But you don't need to stake two versions of tokens, because it's a pool. You can just add one token and they can just give you your compounded, if it's compounding your interest, or you can manually do that. You can see your details of the tokens you've staked, of your returns. So guys, this is basically, and before I finish, there's exchanges like this which is also on the Binance Smart Chain, and PancakeSwap is also on the Binance Smart Chain. So this particular exchange focuses not only on many other quality tokens, this is called the Planet Finance Exchange, but it also focuses on stablecoins. So if you're looking for stablecoin returns out there that are good, you don't want to face the risk of impermanent loss, you just want to deposit your BUSD and your USD, or your BUSD and your USD Tether, or your USD Tether and USDC. These are stablecoins. It means they mirror that 1-to-1 ratio of the US dollar. you can deposit those and get a fairly good return when you use this particular exchange. So you can see 19% here for AUST, 15%. So these are pretty good returns. So these are different ways that people are making money in the crypto space, which you cannot basically have if you're using your bank account. So guys, I hope you learned something in this video. This was a pretty important video, especially if you didn't know about these technologies or if you're scared about using them. I think this is a very good introduction of how to familiarize yourself with these ingenious technologies that are being built in the cryptocurrency space. All right guys, take care and have a good one, and see you on the next one.